Greetings, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I am Akshay Atreya, a graduate student at the University of Houston in the Department of Construction Management. Today, I am excited to share my project on carbon footprint reduction in concrete production. My UHID is 2415518. Concrete production is responsible for 8% of the global carbon dioxide emissions, mainly from cement production. They need to have sustainable alternatives in the construction industry to meet global emissions. The problem statement being is rising carbon emissions from concrete and the urgency to find solutions for reducing environmental impact. This is the production of concrete, with stage 1 being raw materials preparation, stage 2 being pyro processing, stage 3 being cement grinding and distribution to packing. Objectives and significance of the study. The primary objective is to investigate feasible methods for reducing the carbon footprint of concrete. Specific objectives are assessing carbon footprint from traditional concrete methods, evaluate low carbon alternatives such as SCMs and CCS technologies, analyze economic technical feasibilities, propose best practices for sustainable concrete production. The significance of the study is one, it impacts the reducing environmental harm and contributing to global emission targets. 2. Aligns construction practices with sustainability goals. 3. Supports industry stakeholders with actionable insights. Carbon emissions in concrete have a higher production of 8% of the global CO2 emissions. High temperatures and fossil fuel combustions are major contributors. SCMs means supplementary cementous materials. SCMs such as fly ash and slag can replace a portion of cement and reduce carbon footprint reductions and reduce emissions. Challenges in SCM availability due to regional market fluctuations. Geopolymer concrete, a promising alternative with lower carbon emissions up to 80% reduction. Issues with material consistency and high alkaline activator costs. Carbon capture and storage CCS. Capturing and storing CO2 from cement plants could reduce emissions up to 70%. Still in pilot stages, in the initial stages were high cost limited widespread adoptions. The methodology, the data collection, emissions data, energy consumption, and material cost of cement, SCMs, and aggregates. Analytic techniques. The spreadsheet modeling included calculating emissions and costs for different scenarios. Linear optimization used to find optimal concrete mix designs that minimize emissions and costs. Nonlinear programming used to handle complex trade offs between emissions and costs. In spreadsheet modeling, the objective was to analyze and calculate key metrics such as CO2 emissions and material costs for various concrete mix scenarios. A dynamic spreadsheet was created using Excel, integrating the material proportions, emission factors, and costs. The table used to allow quick recalculations and scenario comparisons, providing flexibility for different mix designs. The key outputs from this were comparisons of traditional concrete mix versus optimized mix designs, emissions reduction potential, and cost difference between various materials combinations. The benefits were transparency and flexibility for assessing multiple scenarios, enables detailed sensitivity analysis on factors like material cost and emission factors. This is the graph for total emissions and costs. Traditional scenario 1 with fly ash, scenario 2 with slag, scenario 3 with RCA. Blue, total emissions, orange, total costs. Now, the linear optimization of concrete mix design. The objective was to determine the optimal proportions of materials such as cement, SCM, and aggregates to minimize emissions and costs. Methods, we used Excel server, such as material to get the constraints for material proportions summing up to 100% and SCM limits. The model provided a solution for the most efficient mix balancing sustainability and cost. Key outputs, scenario 1, focused on reducing emissions with slight increase in costs, comparison of optimized mix for both emissions and cost efficiency. Benefits, helps to identify an optimized concrete mix given under constraints, provides a clear trade-off analysis between emissions and reductions. The cost control. Now, the linear optimization if total emissions. Optimization. Scenario 1 in blue, scenario 2 in orange. The nonlinear programming. To address this model of the complex relationship between emission and cost under a nonlinear optimization model, a nonlinear weighted objective function was implemented, penalizing higher emissions and costs more strongly. The GRG nonlinear solver in Excel was used to solve the problem, optimizing a balance between emissions and cost. Key outputs. The scenario 2, the achieved balance reduction in both emission and cost, providing more refined solution than linear optimization. Analysis of multiple complex relationship and the impact of decision making. Benefits of these were more accurate results of scenarios while simpler linear leap approaches do not capture the complexities of trade-offs. More flexibility and robust optimization, multiple objectives with completing goals. The nonlinear programming spreadsheet is mentioned above. Trade-off analysis and sensitivity. Key findings of these were increased reliance on SCMs leads to emission reduction but raised cost. Sensitivity to assumptions, a small change in emission data cost impact the optimization results significantly. The balance goals. Project with strict emission targets may opt for higher cost while budget conscious projects may prioritize cost saving measures. The conclusion was SCMs, especially fly ash and slag, play a crucial role in reducing carbon footprint. Nonlinear programming provides effective optimization of concrete mix designs. Sensitivity analysis shows that external factors like market prices and emission factors require flexible strategies, promote SCM usage, and advance CCS technologies. Further research into alternative low carbon materials and optimization methods. The references used for the making of presentation and the report are mentioned below. Thank you for your time today. Have a good day.